Where are we? What's happening right now?
What is going on?
Hold on. Hold on. Wait.
Wait, it's not in the camera either.
Wait,
What is
we're here.
happening right now?
Whoa! How is this happening? Give us a
Hang on a
second.
second.
I don't know.
Oh,
Oh, it can hear us, I think.
Hang on, that makes no sense.
hold on. I promise. We're
Oh,
here.
gosh.
Wait. We're coming back. Nope. We have 12 people looking at the camera right now. And a priest.
Oh, my goodness.
Wait. Oh, we're going to reboot? No? Oh,
Wow.
here we go.
Just,
Are-
Joey, this is why you restart. If only it was turned off last night.
Oh my goodness, it could have been anyone.
If it, wait, what? You could say if it was checked this morning.
If it was checked this morning, does it still work?
All right. Welcome to the Dice Tower News. I'm Tom Bassett.
I'm Z Garcia.
I'm Joey Evans.
Alrighty. And we want to thank All Play for sponsoring the news here. Some interesting news we're going to jump right into because we got a live play in a bit. And we got Dice Tower East to prepare for, and we'll see many of you there. All right. So first of all, rebranding is in the air. Asmodee turned into a child company. I remember they made all the letters smaller.
I got the little, like, everything's, like, they're making E.E. Cummings very proud. I'll put it out there. Okay.
Deep cut.
That's
Well,
a deep cut. That's
like that.
that's me
Tabletop
being
Tycoon
classy.
is the opposite. They're like all caps.
All caps. Oh,
Ooh.
did you lose this? Asmodee, we'll take it. All caps.
Should we rebrand? I feel like
Oh, we should, 100%.
Alternate lowercase and capital letters.
we'll do it all. Anyway, Tabletop Tycoon. You may not know this company off the top of your head. They're the company that Everdell, and they've recently have bought Canvas, Blood Rage, Arcadia Quest. So they're rebranding as Tycoon Games. This will make it easier for them to be bought by Asmodee.
So they went from Tabletop Tycoon
Right.
to Tycoon Games.
But more importantly,
The little symbol
the
change.
star is now a heart.
Yeah, why
heart.
is that?
Because we
More
love
loving.
it now, yeah. Because
Anyway, the name Tycoon Games embodies our ambition to lead the game industry with bold creativity, quality craftsmanship, and a dedication to making the world better one game at a time. We're also going to buy everything we see, says Dan Yarrington, CEO of Tycoon Games. I don't know.
That was a real quote?
No,
Oh, that'll be great. I've got some stuff
We're
to show
going
him.
to buy everything we see. Tycoon Games.
it does sound like
Yeehaw, we're taking over.
Well, they did.
Asmodee.
So we talked about them buying those games. They also moved recently to a 47,000 square foot facility in New Hampshire. That's slightly bigger than where we're at.
Yeah, probably the same price, though.
I don't.
New Hampshire.
Have you been to New Hampshire?
No one has.
Isn't that the entirety of New Hampshire, or am I thinking of one of the smaller states? Maybe I'm thinking of Rhode Island.
Oh, I am thinking. You're right.
I
you're
love
right.
our New Hampshire viewers. I don't know what's going on here.
We don't have any.
They also opened a local arcade with 100 pinball and arcade games.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm listening.
Hold
Are they
on, suddenly I'm
hiring?
interested.
Oh, not after your recent
That's a
jump
good
down
point.
the-
Tycoon
I was
Pinball.
kidding. I was kidding.
Anyway, that's cool. Atomic Mass has announced price increases across the board.
15%, maybe?
It is
It's
15%.
Wait, I have a reason.
I haven't seen this, by the way, but
Tariffs?
this is Fantasy
No,
Flight.
well,
This
yeah,
is the same company as Fantasy Flight Games, kind of,
is.
sort of.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
I don't even know why you have to make an announcement. Don't prices just go up as a matter of course due to inflation?
I appreciate
Yeah.
the announcement.
Eggs
I
did not
think.
let me know at all, by the way.
I know. Could you imagine though? Those updates? If you were like subscribed to that account on online,
The grocery
be
store?
like, boom, it's going up, it's going down, it's going up
you see a chicken walk with a microphone, got something to say.
every day, 3 times a day. Or gas, like if a gas
Oh, my
prices
goodness.
were announced. Oh my god, that'd be my whole feed.
All right. Well, anyhow.
These guys do miniatures games that Fantasy Flight kind of offloaded on them.
That makes sense.
Everything's going up.
Don't get upset about this. Prices are going up everywhere, so
Yeah.
just the way it is. Origins. All right, I was just at Origins there, and so they announced some numbers. Their attendance went up
15%.
Below the curve.
19,171. I honestly thought it was bigger than that, but it shows the difference in size between Origins and Gen Con.
How much is it?
Gen Con's like 70,000. So
This
it's
is
3.5 times
Yeah,
bigger.
yeah. Right. Nice.
It says it's the fourth year in a row that they've gone up, but the numbers are still down compared to the 2019 show, which was the last show before the pandemic.
How much down? We're talking like they were like 30, or we're
Probably.
No,
probably.
it was probably like 22,000.
Yeah.
Something like
Okay,
that.
so they're getting
It just says
there.
it's not there yet. Lots of scheduled events. I know that there was like 6,000 games checked out of the library. The one thing that surprised me was it says charitable donations to these different things, Extra Life and yada yada, exceeded 21,000. And I thought, that seems like I wouldn't brag about that. If you have 19,000 attendees and you raise 21,000, that means everyone gave $1.
Yeah.
But not everyone gave $1, right?
No, I know. I just wish that people would be more generous.
One
I
guy
guess.
gave
I don't know.
21,000 is what happened.
That is not what happened.
That is definitely not what happened.
Okay. Origins Awards were also announced. If you would like to see a snippet of the award ceremony, you can watch my blog from yesterday and see if you'd like to go sometime in the future. Anyway, the co-op
These are good.
/ solo game is Marvel United Multiverse.
Good stuff.
Yep.
Good pick.
No, it's a bad pick.
That's a good pick.
It's a bad pick because it's not a new game.
It's a good pick.
Multiverse totally different. It's not right.
Then Gateway game, which I find interesting. They use the term gateway for sure. They're
Really?
like,
Okay.
Seaside, that one kind of blows my mind. That
I haven't played that
It's
one.
fine, but there's a lot of games that are better than Seaside.
Okay.
Party game, Flip 7. That's steamrolling across.
Flip
here.
7 is unstoppable.
Yeah.
Heavy strategy, Endeavor Deep Sea. Light strategy, Fromage.
Agree with that.
If you're wondering how these votes pick, there's a committee of a certain number of people, 5 to 10 people, and they pick the awards.
I think these are pretty good this year.
I agree.
Oh, I don't hate the awards at all. I think they're, especially the party, light strategy, heavy strategy, those are great picks. I thought Seaside is
I haven't played that. So.
like how it beat out, say, River Valley Glassworks and other games.
Yeah.
And then Marvel United, like, I just have I love the game, but it's the same game.
Right.
I
It's
get
not
that.
different
I
enough.
get that, yeah.
Is that Seaside? Is it like a clear thing? That pendant is like in the box?
No, there's
or
a
is that-
bag in there. Yeah, there's a hole there. The game comes in a bag.
Huh. Okay.
Alrighty. The Spiel des Spiel winner was also announced. This is the Austrian game of the year.
Game of
The
games.
game of games.
So the expert category is SETI. The card game is Castle Combo.
Yes.
The family game is Ziggurat. And the big game, the game of games, is Gloomies.
Which is the only one I don't know basically anying about.
Is that here in the
unfortunately.
U.S.? The
I
Gloomies?
don't know.
I know we talked about it in the past. I like
I've
the
seen
art
the
on it a
cover.
lot. It looks cute and all. It's so Ziggurat is the remaking that Matt Leacock game. It's like a legacy game for kids.
Yeah. The space. Take Me to Space or something like that, and they remade it.
Yeah.
okay.
And then Castle Combo you love a lot, and
I
SETI
do.
I like a lot. It's pretty good picks all around. All right, Merchants of Play. This is a new digital board game platform that's
Interesting.
being built inside Discord. Yes. So it's kind of like Board Game Arena, stuff like that, but it's going to be built inside Discord.
Their whole thing
So-
is they'll be able to play the game sooner as they don't like something about BGA takes a bit too long to get the rules, everything perfect. This
Yeah,
is
but
quicker.
here's the thing. I don't know that that's a good thing.
It's
They say
not.
here, we're not fully rule enforced, but we're not free for all either. So our
That's-
platform understands board games, where cards can go, what could be flipped, shuffled, drawn, or hidden. We build in smart, intuitive features. And so they're basically saying we're going to get the game out faster. It just might not all be right. I don't know that I love that.
It's like a
I
tabletop
agree.
Should we be able to
style
wait?
thing.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that.
There's also
It's-
not a huge rush to get these games. I mean, come on. Let's-
Especially when we can't fact check the game because you got it out so early. There's no like rules videos out.
Right.
There's no rule book available. How am I supposed to know if I'm playing right or not? I'd hate to learn a game, play it on this platform, and then find out when it comes to BGA or to the actual table. Oh, I've been doing that wrong.
Right.
So I don't know. It's curious news, but wait and see for me.
All right, so Cheapass Games is coming back.
Oh,
They are a company. So this company came out, 25 years ago.
Long time ago.
Or I'm sorry, Cheapass.
The one company that will not name change.
He did used to say that.
They did not
They're
rebrand.
like we nailed it first time.
Anyhow, their shtick has always been, hey, why would you keep buying the same components over and over? You don't need cubes in every game. You don't need money in every game. Just buy the game rules and you provide your own pieces. That sounds so good in theory until you do it. And then you're like, ugh. But they did have a lot of very clever little games, and they had a lot of games that were terrible. That was a kind of a mix. Then they started making games that came with the pieces in them, so I was confused. This is one of them, Talk, this is based on a game that's set in the King Killer Chronicles.
Okay.
From
Name of the Wind, Patrick Roth.
Fuss
Yeah, the guy who's never
something?
going to finish his books.
No, you're thinking of
Sanderson.
You're thinking of that other guy with the throne.
He's number 2.
Oh, yeah.
He did a trilogy. He's written 2 books that people really love, and the third book is like 10 years later or something.
Really?
Yeah.
They should write each other's books.
I think they talk to each other. They go around to conventions and stuff. They just don't
Really?
write.
Okay.
Anyhow, but this is a game that's played in that universe. It's basically a game where you're trying to build a line across the board. It's a pretty decent game.
It's pretty
enjoy
good.
it.
It's a good game for being from a novel.
It's a good cover. How's there a dinosaur game that's mentioned in the last paragraph? Sounds
Last
good.
paragraph.
What?
It's good.
Yes.
What is he talking about?
There's a new game coming out called Cheapass Park. Thank you, Joey.
It's fantastic. It's a print and play.
Is that a real thing?
It's a real thing.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
Anyway.
jeez.
So Flat River Group bought them. I guess Greater Than Games had the rights to them, and then Flat River Group bought Greater Than Games.
Right.
And Flat River Group got rid of Great River Games. So now James Ernest has them back. I think the company is now called Crab Fragment Games. No, he started releasing games through Crab Fragment. This is a little confusing.
Crab
Anyway,
Fragment? That is a disgusting name for a company.
James Ernest
I agree.
says he has regained total ownership of Cheapass Games. All right.
Good.
It says more than 2 years ago they issued a cryptic "Cheapass is coming home" newsletter. When this change seemed imminent,
It's coming home. That's what my mom used to say every time I got 5. Get ready.
That's so rude. What's wrong with you? All right. I'm so sorry I brought this news story up. Anyway, the license contract, it's all back. No one cares anymore. All right, let's talk about...
Best joke the joke is ever told.
How do you feel? All right.
It's the best.
All right. Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza. There is a ridiculously large version that's coming out. This game comes out in the size of an oink box, basically. Small little box. There's oversized players. I don't know how big ridiculously large is. It's going to be $15, so it can't be that big. I would imagine the cards are this size instead of normal cards. Have you ever played this game?
Yes,
My
too
kids
much.
love it so very
My
much.
daughter loves it.
It's sold a ton.
Yeah.
I agree.
I saw it being sold at Origins just now. I didn't see
you
the
really?
big one. I guess if I'd come by the booth, maybe I might have seen it here.
I see. I played a game at the Bash a lot. Whatever loud table you hear, they're playing this game.
All right. Einstein the Game. This is from Professor Puzzle Games.
Huh.
It's a fast-paced puzzle games. This will come into retail on July 4th. You know, that day when everyone goes out shopping for games. It's a competitive family game. There's 3 different challenges. You're trying to complete puzzle challenges to win key spots on the game board. So it sounds like you do the puzzle, you win a spot on the game board, and you're trying to get 4 in a row.
Okay.
So the board
So
is basically just a
Catan
way to
meets
score.
Cranium or something.
Ooh, that they probably don't say that. They'll be
Oh,
like,
boy.
Z Garcia, Catan meets Cranium.
Yeah,
It's already
yeah,
on the
yeah.
box.
It does look like they found a prototype for Catan, and we're like, this is good enough.
Asmodee will be releasing. It's just a dumb way to score in a sense. You have to
Yeah.
get 4 in a row. All right. Evergreen has a new expansion coming.
Let's go.
Cherry blossoms and bamboo.
Yes. I'm
actually-
reviewing an Evergreen expansion this weekend. So watch out for that.
Really?
That's
I
right.
really like cherry blossom trees in general, and I think it adds a splash of color to that board. So
Yeah.
that that's cool. I'm glad to see this game is still getting.
Yeah, this would be the third expansion, and they each come with 2 little modular things.
And that's pretty impressive considering the game is not like knocking doors down. I mean, people liked it. You like it a lot.
I like it a lot, but
I enjoyed it, but it's not. Yeah, cool. I'm very pleased about this. Formidable Farm. So there's a guy. I think is he carrying a pig or is he petting the pig?
He's petting it, I think, or he's like using it for balance. There's a pig past him. That's a formidable pig.
I want to
That's
see
a double-decker pig, man. Look at that.
These characters look like the 2 main characters from the movie Claus.
Yes.
The Postman and Santa Claus.
You're
They look like
right.
those same
Yeah.
2 characters. I just watched that recently. This is from Friedemann Friese coming here. That's why it starts with F's. And you're going to get a random deck of trading cards, which have costs on the bottom and top, and you're.
I fell apart
I'm
there,
sorry, I
yeah.
have the entire whole rule set here. Anyway,
This is it's an economic game, is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And I love the look in the cover. I like that it is a different style than usual Friedemann Friese games. He works a lot with one specific illustrator, so his games tend to look the same. This is not that illustrator, and I like the change up here.
yeah, that's good. Fearless is another game coming from him. That young mime is very scared.
Where's Waldo?
And embarrassed.
I was going to say, and also apparently he's copying Where's Waldo. He might be a monkey? I'm confused about that
Spoilers.
I think it's a
Well, let me
human
read what it says here.
child.
It's a trick-taking game. Oh, never mind. Doesn't really matter what the theme is.
Oh,
Yeah,
but it
it's
goes-
about, it's
It
something.
goes from 6 to -6, not like 1 to 12.
I know.
Totally different.
Well,
Yeah.
the difference here is that 0 cards match all suits, so you can always play a 0, and whoever wins the trick moves their ghost figure in a score track away from the ruins. And
Well,
your
here's
ghost
the-
might bounce from positive to negative numbers
Right.
based on the cards you take.
Well, the thing is this, Joe. It doesn't matter if you go very negative or very positive. In this game, you score an absolute value. So actually, if I take all your negatives, I can get a lot of points that
Really?
way. So if I'm like really far from center, that's good. It
Okay.
doesn't matter if I'm above or below, is my point.
That
It
makes sense,
sounds
then.
interesting, trick-taking games. I mean,
You played a
can
slew this
kick a
week.
rock and 3 of them come out and scurry. So
Yeah.
I'm curious to see, what there is to see here. I have not played his fishing game, which was also a trick-taking game, I
Right.
think. So
And a third one, 5 families. That's too much green.
all 3 of these games don't have the typical Friedemann Friese look.
That's true. This is a 2 to 5 player game in which it's an area control style game, which is kind of interesting coming from
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
I don't think he's made one of these in a while. It's 1931 New York. Everyone's fighting.
That's
I
the
think
only
all
thing
these
they did.
games are
Good cover.
coming out later this year, Q3, yes. Q4, so Essen. A new version of Ticket to Ride is coming out. That's a new artist, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, big time.
What do you think?
What does refreshed mean? Refreshed art-wise? Is that what they're talking about?
Well, they're not. Well, that's the only difference they have announced so far. is the
Okay.
cover.
Well, I can give you one more because I've seen this in person. The box is now. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I was like,
No, it's
okay.
the cover. It's new art, which is
Okay.
a new artist, yes.
All right.
And the cards are now large format cards.
Oh, okay,
It only
good.
took them 21 years.
Yeah, so.
And now they get to re-release every expansion.
Why?
No, those are fine. They'll be compatible.
Oh,
I suppose.
I know they're fine, but
Yeah,
they
I
might
don't
do
think they'll
Europe.
do that.
They
They might do.
Europe with
Yeah,
their,
they
new
might do
art.
that. I don't think they'll do the one-off maps. No.
you
No,
think
I
so?
don't think so.
But yeah,
They haven't
this
sold as
is the
well.
new look going forward for
Do you like it?
for the base game. It's a lateral move.
That's
I
what I was
think
gonna
it's
say.
gonna
It's,
do.
it's the same to me.
I think this will do well in stores, and I do think the look is more eye-catching to a modern audience on a
That's
shelf.
what I was wondering.
Like
Yeah.
people will walk by this and be like, "Ooh, this
That-
look kind of looks like an ab. Kind of looks like
I
that."
agree.
You know.
Yeah.
But it's still the same style where they take 5 still images and stick them on the cover
Yeah.
of people in front of a train.
Yeah. I think it'll do very well.
This is coming June 27th, which is tomorrow. Get to your stores.
Ooh.
All right. They're continuing the remaking of everything for 6th edition Catan. So now Catan Traders and Barbarians. So I suppose I will be continuing my Catan trek with my kids.
Yeah.
Yes, you
It's also a
will.
really good cover, by the way.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know what the previous one looked like, but that looks very striking.
This is coming out July 4th.
And that's the expansion, and then the 5 to 6 player box.
Yes. All right, Pegasus is bringing some European titles to North America. So these are already all released in Europe. The Roaring 20s, which we have here in the studios. It's dinosaurs in the 20s. Haha. Rival Cities.
I get it now.
That's from Andrea Stedding. And Roaring 20s is from Leo Calamini. And then Ask Christensen's Living Forest Duel. I think that's one I'm most excited in. Mostly
Okay.
because I think that cover looks cool.
I'm curious about that Rival Cities, but I don't know.
That cover's not inspiring me, though.
Yeah, it does look a little old school.
All right, Unmatched Battle of Legends Volume 3 is coming out. They had some for sale, I think, at Origins, and this was not a Kickstarter, right?
No.
No. So, yeah, you'll be able to get it. The characters are Blackbeard, Chupacabra, Loki, and Pandora.
I am glad they're continuing this line, the Legends, just whatever you want to put in there. You don't need
This
a
is
set.
the last one, to be fair.
It is the last
They did
one?
announce that.
So it's like, yeah, so I mean, I like.
But I'm
none
glad
of
they
those
did
guys-
one more, because I
Right.
like the 1, 2, 3 mishmash of characters. You know, and
They're also a contest. Well, 3 of them, Blackbeard, Chupacabra, and Loki, are runners-up from a deck design contest.
right.
And I think that's kind of cool because this is the kind of game that really lends itself to that.
Oh, they've gone
Yeah.
above and beyond with their community. They have an official, like, you create your cards, you do all this. They've got some good ideas out there. This one also, you mentioned the maps. They just really put everything in there. Maps, characters, just gives you content. That
I
don't
agree.
tie to any of these guys.
All right, now last piece of news here. Genius Games is now, at least, they have not bought Elf Creek Games, but they have Elf Creek Games games. So at Origins, their booth, they were selling Atlantis Rising and Dark Merchants of the Dark Road.
Yeah.
Santa's Workshop?
Santa's Workshop.
good for that.
And,
And the Honey Buzz, yeah.
Honey Buzz. And the expansions and stuff like that. Now, how does this apply to the Kickstarters and stuff like that? I don't know. And they're not 100% sure. They have not yet made a statement because there's still legalities involved, but it's not like it's hidden news either because, again, they were selling their games at Origins. So I don't know if anything will change, but at least you can get these games somewhere.
Yeah,
And
good.
Genius Games is involved, and Genius Games does a pretty good job on their stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know more than that other than, I guess that's a light in the tunnel. If you're trying to get some of these games, hopefully you'll be able to get them in the future. And that's it for the news. I apologize for everything that happened this episode.
Woo!
I thought it was top 3.
I agree. This is the best one ever.
All right, we'll be back in half an hour with a live play with IV Studios, so join us there. Until then, though, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia.
I'm Joy Evans.
See y'all next time.
Of course. I said bye.
Bye.
And the stream.
Oh, bye.
Bye, bye, bye.